was in the meeting. I hope you're all doing fine. I'm also doing fine. My name is Nyambura Wanderi. I am from Kenya. I am the country coordinator Environment Key Global Kenya, and I'm very happy to be here. You're all welcome. Good evening, good morning. As you come in, please drop your favorite emoji in the chat box. Um, thank you, Asna. Good evening to you all. Good morning. The Climate Change Science to Action Certificate course, conducted for the youth of 40 countries, was successfully conducted these days to educate the youth community about the current global problem. I would like to remind you again that this course on climate change science, which was held throughout the month of June in conjunction with the International Environment Day, was very successful. This course is brought to you by the Environment Key Global in conjunction with Environment Day 2024, in conjunction with the United Nations Environment Programme and the Sustainable Development Goals. Nalanda Academy of Nature Studies provides excellent support for that by providing expert knowledge. The Environment Key Global Organization, which has been established in 40 countries in the world since 2022, was created based on the concept of Mr. Jayasankar Sandun Jayasuriya. Environment Key Global Organization plays a key role in the world with the main objectives of equipping the global youth community with environmental knowledge and empowering rural people to control climate and environmental impacts. Today's lecture is scheduled to be held as an open discussion. This will be an opportunity for you to ask questions throughout the lecture and further discuss your concerns about climate change. So today's lecture is very free. If you have questions, you will just raise your hand. If you have concerns, you'll also raise your hand anytime you feel like, if you have a concern. I would like us to welcome our lecturer. I would like us to welcome our lecturer, Mr. JMSB Jayasundara. Our resource person is a senior lecturer in environmental management at Rajarata University of Sri Lanka, teaching climatology and climate change for over 26 years. He completed his Master of Science in Geography at the Simferopol State University in the Soviet Union in 1986 and his Doctor of Philosophy in Geography at the Soviet Academy of Sciences in 1991. He is also a Commonwealth Academic Fellow as an environmental expert from 2013. His postdoctoral experience of 33 years have been devoted to teaching, research and dissemination of knowledge about environmental management. He is also an expert in higher education curriculum and institutional development. Climate change is the major field of his research and teaching. I understand that we've had our lecturer is very educated, so please, let's be ready with our notebooks and he'll be joining us in 1 minute time. You're all welcome. This is an honorable invitation to you, Dr. Jayasundara sir. You're very welcome. Our lecturer is here, a very educated lecturer. Um, I would like us to welcome him with our favorite SDGs. I understand you all have favorite SDGs, so drop your favorite SDG G in the chat box as we welcome our lecturer. You're very welcome, Dr. Jayasundara.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all from all over the world. Okay, can you hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you very clearly.
And also I have shared climate change science to action session 4. The slide, can you see the slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then let us start our last session, 2 hours. There is a change in our mode of lecturing. At the beginning, I will talk about some theoretical things, and I will allocate more time for discussion, because climate action by youth, it is not me, it's you. So therefore I have provided more time for expression of your ideas and interests. Until now we have already discussed about the climate, paleoclimatology, past climates, glacial and interglacial periods, their causes and methods of studies. Then we talk about the climate system of the atmosphere, ocean, biosphere, like that. Then we come into the observed climate change, and at last, the last lecture, we talk about the future climate. What is the cause of climate change? That is enhanced greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect is due to greenhouse gases. Major greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. What are the sectors responsible for? Industry, energy, transport, and forestry, agriculture, and this. Then the responsible countries, who are more responsible and less responsible. Right? These are the things we have already discussed. That was something kind of climate science. Now we are talking about the climate actions. And in the last, it's not, no, it is not, sorry, it's not, not advancing. Slides not advancing. What happened? I got. It was advancing just now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Now, last time we had a question about selecting types of trees, what kind of trees to be planted. And in short, I answered that the nature, get the advice from the nature. Yes, we have a lot of experience in the world. Planting trees, I mean the global community has lot of experience planting trees. Most of them are not adequately meet the needs of the nature. Many trees planted for forestry, and they were selected from research findings. In most cases, these types of trees are not suitable for some of the geographies, some of places, due to their they are maybe invasive and introduced species. So therefore, we cannot replace ecosystems. Very good example is that pinus plantations. Yes, it is very good for growing in the mid-latitude countries where pinus is grown naturally. If you plant pinus in tropical areas where there is no at all pinus forest at present, then there will be a problem, because pinus plantations, pinus natural grown pinus forests, they have their own ecosystem with its soil formation process, and also the fauna, flora all together. There is an ecosystem. But if you grow pinus in an area where there is no pinus naturally, then there will not be any ecosystem components relevant to the forest. Neither flora except the pinus, no animals, fauna related to the ecosystem. So therefore, we need to tally our planting trees to the ecosystems. They should not be invasive. They should not be alien from the other side, destroying the ecosystems. So we have this experience in the world, growing trees for the forestry purposes, but ecosystem degradation exists. So therefore, the best advice you can get from the nature. In your area, in any area in the world where the trees, plants grown, naturally they are grown, you can select the types of trees from your own locality areas. Yes, that is the best nature, best advice, best scientist is the nature. Then there is a question about seed germination. Yes, also I explained something last time also, that is the germination. There was a myth that some of the seeds are not germinating themselves. There is a need of human involvement. Yes, there is minimal involvement maybe, but not as expected from the some explanations. For example, some seeds are germinated. There was a myth that seeds are germinated as a result of going these seeds through the digestive system of birds and all other animals. Through this digestive system, there may be some chemical changes in these seeds, then only they grow. However, we have proved that not necessary this kind of process. We tested this with the tropical trees that are very rarely found, like ebony, say we call it black wood, ebony tree, blackwood. It's very rare one, and it seems believed that difficult to grow. We got the seeds from the tree and washed them well. It is very required to wash the seeds, because the seeds itself contain some acids that prevent germination. You know that the seeds covering of coat of the tree, covering or coat of seeds have acid types of acids that prevent seeds from germination. So therefore, we need to keep them in water, wash well, keep in the water, and plant in a flower bed. Water it. They will germinate. 100% germination we have proved from this blackwood and other. So therefore, germination will not be a problem. Then you can plant these, then the seeds germinated, and plant in a pot. Then you can replace this into the forest, reintroduce to the forest. Also, there was some myth that there is no places to grow trees. There are a lot of places in the public places, and you can find it. If you want to grow trees, you can find places. And also, forestry. In the forestry, Forestry, usually trees are grown like monocrop. It's a monocrop. Only one type of trees in the whole forest. Monocrop. Of course, that would be better. That would be good for mid-latitude countries where in the larger areas grow only one tree type of tree, one species like pinus. But in the tropical areas, their biodiversity is very high. Therefore, we need to grow not single monocropping monotype trees, one type tree. So the best example, the best way we have to grow in a forest is analog forest. Analog forest, like in the forest. So in the forest, there is no particular distance between trees. There is no particular one type. The mix of trees and in various distances. This kind of thing also have in the home gardens in tropical countries. In many tropical countries, in home gardens, there are a lot of types of trees in the same place, like in a rainforest. They don't have a proper distance between the two trees like that. So these are the major concepts out of that. Then we go into another topic about the environmental values for youth climate action. Environmental values, very important one that we during last two sections discussed about the science. But about the values also we need to talk. In considering the values, here scientific knowledge, of course, climate change is a science and we have scientific knowledge. And in the forestry, we have knowledge about planting trees and germination and everything. However, when we work with the nature, we need to understand about indigenous, traditional, and local knowledge. These are three terms. Now it called in short from ITLK, indigenous knowledge. Like they are well-established systems, like system for medicine, indigenous medicine, everywhere in the world. In many countries, there are indigenous medicinal systems. There are systems. And traditional knowledge is also in the people adapt some kind of knowledge, but they are not much systematically adapted like indigenous knowledge. This indigenous knowledge and traditional both are tested. That there is a problem in the science. How can we use the knowledge that has not been tested? They are tested, but not by the scientific method. Another method, what is it called? Tested by the time. That means time-tested methods. That means if until now exists some knowledge in the indigenous or traditional knowledge system, until now they exist because they are true. So therefore, this knowledge is true because they are tested by the tribe. And also an important knowledge system is local knowledge. Local knowledge. People in some area know the better their area than the others. So therefore, when we are going to plant trees or any other action, we need to know, we have to access the local people's knowledge. In addition to that, there are also some very important knowledge system called spiritual knowledge. In most cases, this is related to the religions. However, it also called spiritual knowledge. It's also important when we are working with the various cultures. We need to think about their spiritual knowledge. Some trees are protected by some cultures because of they have a value. They have a spiritual value on trees or any other plants or some animals. So this spiritual knowledge is also important. And also we need to think here, and of course I have not mentioned in the slide, that is ecocentric worldview. Ecocentric worldview. At present in the world we have anthropocentric worldview, human-centered. Human-centered worldview. Sustainable development goals says meeting the needs of the present generation without compromising the future needs of the future generation. Who is the future generation? It is us, the humans. So therefore, our general understanding is that humans are, in all our developments are centered on humans. Something in the nature for the use of humans. With this approach, actually this earth will not sustain longer. So therefore we need to have in the world, think about our youth, think about in future, after 2030, the world view should be ecocentric, that is focusing on the nature. People can survive only if the earth survives. So we need to assure earth sustainability to be human sustainable and also the ecosystem sustainability. First, we need to focus on the earth sustainability through the ecocentric worldview. So that's all about the theories. Now coming to global youth climate actions. Global youth climate actions. I went through your, not all, but many of your proposals. And also I collected some information regarding the youth climate actions. Most of your proposals come under these 6 themes. Raise awareness, yes, raise awareness. Raise awareness means educate others about climate change by organizing workshops, film screening, or social media campaigns. Then advocate for change. Lobby governments and businesses to adopt sustainable policies. So the youth can organize this kind of lobby with the government and business. This could involve writing letters, petitions, or meet with the policymakers and have discussions. Support sustainable practices like tree planting. Reduce your own carbon footprint. Reduce your own carbon footprint. Can we reduce our own carbon footprint? Yes, by traveling, changing our travel modes and food habits, and also many other lifestyles. Change these lifestyles. However, in many developing countries, lifestyles are having less carbon footprint. For example, using public transportation. Any questions? What about those individuals who have registered? Okay, no. Transportation, conserving energy, eating less meat. Encourage others to do the same. Why it is eating less meat? What is the significance of eating less meat in climate change theme? That is because 1 kilogram of meat require lot of water. Lot of water means again energy. Energy means carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. Meat, it is greenhouse gases. So that is why it is related to the climate change. Then the participate in demonstrations, join marches, rallies and strikes to show solidarity with the climate movements and put pressure on decision makers. Then develop solutions. Develop solutions, get involved in projects that develop and for renewable benefits of sustainable agriculture. Various kind of solutions. You have in your proposals this kind of solutions to some problems. Solutions to drought, lack of water, solutions for some agricultural problems related with climate change. Then the last one I mentioned here, planting trees, another big one. Planting trees, why it is related to climate change? Of course, already you know that the trees absorb carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, thereby it can reduce the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. So these are the projects that you have proposed and can be continued. Then I go into this youth climate action funding sources. I just went through the internet and find these things, and each country there are climate funds. Global Youth Climate Action Fund, which provides funding for youth-led climate projects. Then the next one is Youth Climate Action. Website address is provided. The platform that offers resources and training for young climate activists. Global Youth Climate Week, which coordinates youth-led climate action event around the world. So you can survey these things and find out the ways of funding. In addition to that, I think the organizers will help how we are going to work in the future. So the discussion. For the discussion, I will tell you that today is the last session in this series, and there was a large interest. Our audience had interest in large on various kind of climate actions, solutions to agriculture, how climate change affects on health, how climate change affects on agriculture, how climate change affects on this extreme events, floods, drought, landslides, like that. So we can introduce these kind of courses in future. Keep interact with this organization. Okay, now the session is open for the discussion. Anything we can start discussion. You can share your ideas, what you are doing, what you have proposed in your proposal. If you need some clarification regarding your proposal, anything. If I don't know something, if I am asking you, if I am not aware about, I will tell frankly that I don't know. Okay, right? This open for you. I think you can unmute the mic and speak, right? Am I right? Am I right? You can unmute the mic and speak. Hands? Yeah. Okay. Who has raised hands? One. Okay. Who has in the contributions? 81. I not much clear about the who is raising hands. You can unmute the mic and talk.
No, please, thank you. Keep going. Everything is clear. Please keep going.
Yes, the whole time is given for your interactions. So you can raise questions, you can share your ideas.
Yes, Doctor, can I ask one question?
Yes.
Or two questions?
Okay.
The first one, which is, in your opinion, or if there's any studies or assessments, is most worthy for the climate change mitigation measures? The measures that are taken on the small scale, like the personal scale or small companies or things like that, like changing behaviors, or those big on the behalf of countries or communities and things like that. What do you think it's better? This is
Yeah.
one. The second issue is okay, يعني we are taking measures or not efficiently, but since many years now regarding the climate change. Is there any like enhancement, or maybe we didn't decrease the temperature, but we succeeded to يعني instead of the temperature increase 2 degrees or 3 degrees, we succeeded to make it like 1 degree only. Is there any assessment or studies about this?
Yes, the first question regarding the mitigation. Yes, mitigation, of course, we can classify, as you told, national wise, what we have to do in global community, what we have to do to mitigate the climate change, and national wise, nations, each country, what they have to do. Then, of course, also the sectors, energy, transport, like this, sector wise, we can look at it, and also the individual. As already you have mentioned this sort of thing, right? Now, the global community, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, as a part of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has made comprehensive studies, conducting comprehensive studies on climate change and things to be done. And time by time, they publish synthesis reports. So you can go into that synthesis report by going to the IPCC website, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, the website. These publications are free of any payment. You can download. Policymakers, synthesis reports for policymakers. Now the last report published in 2023 that shows what is the present situation and what are the things to be done, and also that shows the guidelines for all nations in the world. All the nations, how they mitigate climate change is to be reported to the world, IPCC. It is called, they have plans, all the nations have plans agreed with the IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, called NDC, Nationally Determined Contributions. So they assess the contributions of all countries and rank them. It is called NDC, nationally determined contributions. How much of carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide are contributed by the countries, and also all the countries have plans for mitigation and adaptations. Then regarding the global one, now we have Paris Agreement. Earlier there was a Kyoto Protocol. Now it is over. Now the Paris Agreement, all the countries, almost all the countries in the world agreed on the Paris Agreement, and there is also the rules that we have to do to keep reducing or keep at least 1.5 degrees centigrade for this plan. In this IPCC synthesis report, emphasizes more important sectors to pay more attention, like in the energy. Now almost all the countries try to reduce carbon dioxide by implementing renewable energy sources. projects, solar power, wind power, like that. So this, as we have already seen in the last sessions, energy is the one of the major contributor to carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So we can transform our energy sources from the solar power, from greenhouse fossil fuel to solar power or wind power. These are, of course, some countries have targets. Some countries have targeted to transform 90% of energy source to solar power in particular year. And 2050, there should be some target, 2050, to come into at least 90% of energy come from solar power. Likewise, there should be some changes in that. That is regarding the global and national. Then regarding the companies, corporate sector, companies and private sector. In the corporate sector, yes, as the nations agreed on the Paris Agreement, 27th COP, Conference of Parties of Climate Change, IPCC, and therefore the countries should make plans for the corporate sector, how they have to reduce their sources of carbon dioxide and all the greenhouse gases. Meanwhile, in the management, in the corporate sector, they have also, usually in the management, it is called corporate social responsibility, CSR, corporate social responsibility. In CSR, all the companies, almost all the companies in the world, particularly the multinational companies and larger companies in any country, they have CSR. That means from their earnings, particularly from the profits, they allocate some amount of money for corporate social responsibility. Then this corporate social responsibility is usually used for this project in environmental management and for the welfare of people and environmental management. So this environmental management money can be tapped into growing trees and all. Like that, we can get this involvement of proposing to the public sector, the corporate sector. We can write proposals and propose to the public, the corporate sector. We will implement these projects. You can give your money as you have allocated then social corporate social responsibility. This money can be used to implement our projects. So corporate social responsibility. Then also we have agreement upon the SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. We are going to achieve Sustainable Development Goals set by the the global community under the Paris Agreement, and in that the 13th goal is climate action, what we are talking about today. So therefore this SDG is also a commitment for all the nations in the world. All the countries have this responsibility, and also all the companies, all the private sector as well as public sector organizations have this. Now we can see in many organizations, if you go to the website of many organizations, companies, in their website, there's a separate page, sustainability. Separate page, sustainability. In that page, they show how they are contributing to the Sustainable Development Goals. Under this Sustainable Development, how any company contribute to Sustainable Development Goals is can be found in the websites in the page sustainability. In many companies, you can find it. What they are doing for the sustainable development contribution. The last not least is lifestyle. Individuals, as individuals, it is about us, ourselves, myself, and how can we mitigate climate change? How can we reduce climate change? This can be done by reducing our footprint, carbon footprint. It is usually called carbon footprint because, as you see already in my lectures, I show that it is carbon equivalent. Methane and nitrous oxide transfer into carbon equivalent because carbon dioxide is the major contributor. So therefore, when we talk about carbon, that means all together, all carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide in this way. So carbon footprint can include, can reduce by us. Our carbon footprint can be reduced. How can we do it? Yes, transport, as I told already, some developing countries like Sri Lanka, they are the largest contributor to the the greenhouse gases from transport, not from the industries. So we travel more than produce. It is not the way, actually, at least as a developing country, to be done. So regarding the transport, we can use, if it is possible, use vehicles. Also, we can promote use of vehicles. Instead of using transport, school boys, girls, they can use bicycles. In some countries, there are some streets, some areas prohibiting use of vehicles. Only cycling. Cycling, no carbon. Cycling is one of the major way that we can reduce our carbon footprint. I visited some universities in Germany, and in this major area of the premises, university premises, allowed only vehicles, only the bicycles, only bicycles without fuel, foot bicycles. So that is the way. That in many ways it is good, that reduces the air pollution, reduces the greenhouse gases. In many ways, it is also good for the pocket. It's saving money. Then another example I can take, bathing. When we have a shower, we use water. Falling water, running water, we use. Water runs by the energy, with the energy. It needs energy. Running water needs energy. So therefore, when we are having a shower, we use carbon footprint. We can reduce this carbon footprint. How can we reduce carbon footprint? Less bathing, not of course, but you can have a bath every day without using single amount of carbon, small amount of carbon, by having a bath in a reservoir, in a tank, in a pond, in a flowing water, in a river, anywhere. No carbon footprint there. So earlier people had their bath in the rivers, ponds and all without any carbon footprint. It's a good. And our lifestyle, as already mentioned somewhere, eating meat, of course, it is how larger amount of water and large amount of carbon footprint. In the lifestyle, of course, not everything can be done what I am talking about. In the lifestyle, use, if we save our food, if we take into our plates sufficient amount of food, we save food. The world now have lot of people poor without meal. However, our production of meal, production of food in the world several times sufficient for the present population. Most of this food is thrown away due to its expiry date. Sometimes you have put in your plate, half eaten, throw away. So this kind of thinking have to change in our thinking pattern. Don't throw. Reduce waste. Reduce waste. That is also saving energy, saving our atmosphere, reduce carbon dioxide, likewise. So lifestyle. These are some kind of ideas we can go into the discussions. Mitigation. Then now I have explained how mitigation is can be done in global wise. The second question arises about the success. Yes, there are success. Say, for example, there are a lot of monitoring. Each country should report their status of carbon dioxide emissions, amount of carbon dioxide emissions to the IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel. Be repeated. They are called national communications. National communications. The countries need to submit national communication. There are two types of countries, list 1 countries and list 2 countries. List 1 countries, the developed countries, or we call it North countries. North countries means the developed countries in a different list. Their reporting style is, reporting format is little different from the developing countries. The developing countries have some kind of flexibility in their plans. So therefore, there is a mechanism in the IPCC to monitor how these countries contribute to carbon dioxide. And there are measurements of mitigation measures as well as the adaptation measures. All together, we combine into this Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Have I answered to the question raised? I'm not sure whether he is. Have I answered to the question? Or not clear something?
Yes, it's clear. It's clear. It's very clear. Thank you very much. Thank you. But the second question, did we manage to stop this increase in temperature or not yet? Or at what stage we are now?
You mean success regarding the global success on carbon reduction of carbon dioxide?
Yeah. What matters is now to stop this increase in temperature everywhere on the global,
yes.
or local.
Yeah, we have a target of keeping 1.5. The best way to do it, 1.5 centigrade to keep in that level. For this purpose, all the countries are asked to reduce there. That is the energy targets in the energy sector, targets in the industry sector. Likewise, all the countries are given the targets to keep in that level. Of course, this IPCC, United Nations Framework Convention, started in the beginning of the 20th century. Actually, in the 1997, started the IPCC. However, Kyoto Protocol 1997, little before started IPCC. However, during this 24 years, not sufficient success we have achieved. Not sufficient success. Not sufficient. Still, the climate temperature is increasing. Still increasing. However, there is some reduction. some reduction, but not sufficient reduction we experience. Still is in the same way reducing. There are disagreements. At the beginning, in 2007, until then, and also Kyoto Protocol, United Nations did not sign the protocols, did not sign. So therefore, they did not have that responsibility. However, in my experience, I mean, this measurements and all this monitoring and all this done in the nation-wise to the as the member of United Nations members, they are responsible, the countries, and they are reporting. And I am saying that there is no success. However, in my experience, what I have seen in 1980s, I was studying in Moscow and was traveling to UK through Poland, Germany. At that time, there was East Germany, West Germany, Netherlands, and to UK. Right? What I have seen, all of the countries, the sky is casted, cloud, smoke. Sun is seen very rarely. The sunlight is not reaching the ground. In the cities, Moscow, Warsaw, Berlin, London, all the cities, like clouds. That is smoke and fog together. No sunlight reaching the ground. That was the situation in 1980s. And also I visited Germany in 2009. What I have seen, marvelous. You can't see any plume, any smoke from some the factories. There is no any smoking coming into the sky. Sky is very clear in 2009. So therefore, these developed countries, I have seen that if they agree to some agreement, they do it. That is what I have observed. In Germany, the same thing I told in the university. I met with the people and I told I surprised with this change. I surprised with this change that in 1980s there was very bad sky in the cities, but now it is very clear. They told you don't see. He's one person in German. He says you don't see because carbon dioxide you don't see. This the smoke is reduced, of course, but still the air is poison, he told me. However, there are some changes. So agreements are needed, and following of this are also needed to succeed. Because in future, if we can say, if you are telling that useless these agreements, no, it is not the way. We need to have the agreements. We need to follow them, and also as youth, we have to. Not me, you have to be organized in your country as well as in the global community of youth, and some actions, some forcing to the companies, those who are producing carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, those who are not contributing to the tree planting and all those. So therefore, action group, we can have this kind of actions in addition to the tree planting and all. So that is what can I say about success. Any questions?
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I hope that we will succeed in the near future.
All together. We have to success. We all together. Questions, please. The questions can be related to any topic what we have already discussed, from paleoclimatology to climate system to observed climate change, projected changes, and the actions that you have proposed. Anyone? Justin, Violet, Trishat, hands up now. You have any questions? Justin, Violet, Teresita. Yes. SLN environment. Raise hand. SLN environment. And how the houses that we stay in cause global warming. How the houses, global warming. Houses. Yes, we use energy. We use energy. If the country produces and give you energy, electricity, generated using fossil fuel, yes, that may be the major source of carbon dioxide. And this one. Link is not talking. What that link? Okay. In house, how house contribute to greenhouse gases? One is energy. At home we use energy. If we are using electricity, when we use electricity, for generation of electricity, it is used fossil fuel. It is based on maybe petrol-based generators, or coal-based generators, or gas-based generators. In most cases in the world, that contributes to greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, emitted to the atmosphere by producing electricity at home. So we can reduce use of electricity by switching off the lights that you are not in use. Then you prepare your all clothes and iron in a limited time period. Usually I use the iron, and before stopping ironing, before that I plug off the plug, remove the plug, and still iron is hot. I do ironing until it is cools down. So therefore you can off the switch or plug, remove the plug before finishing your ironing. That's why every day small amount you can save energy. Then cooking gas, carbon dioxide again. Cooking. Yes, in developing countries, some people pay more pressure on fuel wood use, cooking in the kitchen, use of fuel wood. However, I am not a person that asking people, those who are using fuel wood, to reduce it in that way, to reduce this carbon dioxide, because fuel wood use not very small amount of carbon dioxide emitted into the atmosphere compared to the other sources. So fuel wood, of course, in the industries, use of fuel wood has a huge contribution. At home, if someone was using fuel wood, of course you can reduce it by using fuel efficient fuel wood stoves, using efficient stores, you can reduce the fuel load. However, it is not a big issue compared to the world of the fossil fuel burning. At home, anything else? Yes, you can off the lights which are not in use. Ironing in times when there's no peak hours, like that. Is that the question raised asking about the home, house? Anyone else? Questions, please. Or your ideas, not the questions. You can express your ideas. Is it true bamboo has reduced carbon footprint? Bamboo. Not sure. I am not much aware about it. I haven't went through a research article on bamboo. How much carbon dioxide is reduced by planting bamboo. However, it is possible. It is possible. I say that I have not gone through a research publication where it is assured. I am from Nigeria. Please, what is the best trees to plant in Sahel region? Yes, regarding the bamboo tree, yes, any tree is grown, absorb carbon dioxide because it produces carbon. Bamboo tree, it is also carbon fixed in the tree, so it is absorbed from the atmosphere. As any other tree, bamboo tree also absorb carbon. It is stored in the trunk. So therefore it is possible growing bamboo reduce carbon. Of course, you have to grow bamboo if bamboo is grown naturally in this area. You don't need to introduce other trees that absorb more carbon dioxide to plant in the places where are not suitable. If the bamboo is the most suitable according to the ecosystem concepts in some area, that is the best way tree to plant. The same answer I can give to Nigeria, asking some from Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria, you have forest, you have savanna. Savanna means grasslands, as also sparsely located trees. So in this area, you in the nature will tell you what are the trees you can grow. Maybe baobab, something. I am from Pakistan. What is the best option to mitigate the climate change on dry land? With dry land, with I couldn't read it. Where is the list of questions? Could you please something help me where the list of questions in this? IG people, but I don't see the chat with. Oh yes, now I see. Oh, is it true bamboo has reduced carbon footprint in China? Yes. How we can plantation small area, can tell us some methods uses. How we can plantations is small area, can tell us some methods uses. SLN environment, please clarify the question. What do you mean by small area? Like a temple, like some public place, like that. I am not. I try difficult to understand the question. I am from Nigeria. Please, what is the best trees to plant in Sahel region in other to combat climate? Yes, in any area in Sahel region, you have a very best scientist there. That is the nature. Ask the nature what they are naturally grown in this Sahel region. Look at around and look at these trees. What naturally grows there. Or if there is no any tree, ask old people with their indigenous knowledge what were the trees grown earlier in that area. If already disappeared, get the knowledge from the historical records or the people who lived there earlier. I mean, old people, get information from them. What are the trees grown earlier? Ask them. It is the best way. I am from Pakistan. What is the best option to mitigate the climate change on dry land with trees? Dry land with trees. Oh, I missed the question again. Pakistan. Yes, with trees. Kindly tell me names. Options to mitigate the climate change on dry land with trees. Kindly tell me names. You want me to name kind of trees that you can have to grow in dry lands. Yes, dry lands in Pakistan, and it is maybe the savanna, deciduous forest, savanna. In savanna, there are sparsely located trees. In your area, what are the trees grown in that area? If you don't have these kind of trees, of course, that will be a very, if there's all the trees gone, maybe, then no trees at all there. In that case, of course, it should be carefully selected these things, very specific one. I think you have to survey on that. If you need some specific advices, I think our environment key will keep in touch on that. You can contact them and ask, then we will find out the ways, what are the types of particular types of trees to be grown in dry lands in Pakistan. At present, we don't have the particular answer to that one. The types of trees. The types of trees we cannot say now, but we can do it in future. I think you can keep contact with this environment key. We will find the answer to your question in future. Can you use pots for plantation in home shortage of space? Home shortage of space, plant pots. Yes, in places, in many companies and places, you can grow plants in pots. However, this growing it give less effect to the environment, because its contribution less. However, there are those kind of species that grown in pots only. Then it is okay. It's not a big issue. I am from Pakistan. What is the best? Okay, this researchers register link will be active. Okay. Link don't working. What kind of trees are encouraged to plant to avoid the negative effect of climate change? Any tree. Any tree is good because any tree absorb carbon dioxide. Any tree absorb carbon dioxide. Broad leaves absorb more carbon dioxide. In some areas in Asia, South Asia, they believe that Maduka indica in Sinhala term is, I know that is me, and Maduka indica is the botanical name. Maduka indica has good effect of absorbing carbon dioxide. However, most of the broad-leaved trees absorb more carbon dioxide. There are trees, those grow fast-grown trees, fast-grown multi-purpose tree species, that uses for many things, fast-growing trees. Of course, be careful, fast-growing trees are very effective in carbon dioxide absorption, however, also very effective of drying the lands. Fast-growing trees are drying the lands. So therefore, be careful. That is why I am asking you to ask the nature. What is the best trees to plant? So, broad-leaved, better, avoid negative effects of climate change. Yes, any tree. You can please resend the link Okay, please tell us about side effects of increased use of solar panels in day-to-day life. Please tell us about side effects of increased use of solar panels in day-to-day life. Impact on ozone layer. Impact on ozone layer, carbon. Well, little confused me this question. First one is okay, now I understand, but I don't have answer to that one. That is what you ask, solar panels. How solar panels? Side effects of increased use of solar panels. No, I don't have idea about it. Impact on ozone layer, carbon. That part of the question I do not much understand. Impact on ozone layer. That is solar power, impact of solar cells on ozone. That question not much clear to me. Okay, next. In which ways can the youth engage policymakers in mitigating climate change? Yes. We have already talked several ways to do it. As youth, you can have an organization like this Environment Key, and all this can organize campaigns, organize discussions with the policymakers, writing newspaper articles. If you write a newspaper article, policymakers affect this newspaper articles affect the policymakers, and also you can have discussion with policymakers, the government like that. So you can also organize demonstrations showing the importance of some aspects, showing some important your ideas, presenting your ideas, newspaper articles, protests, likewise many other activities those usually done in the world. School children, crisis school children, making awareness of the school children and the youth in the university students to act on these ways. That is how we can affect the policymakers with the pause. And also in the election campaigns, we can tell the people, these candidates of parliament candidates, we can tell in future in advance that we will vote for the people who have activities to reduce carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So likewise, we can influence them by this kind of newspaper articles. And also can youth engage policymakers? Yes. I'm Kimati from Kenya. Thanks for the knowledge, sir. Had the question, what opportunities do we have for AI startups in climate change? AI startup in climate change. How we can leverage technology for climate solutions? Leverage technology. AI startup in climate change. We have for startup in climate change. What do you mean by AI startup? AI startup. AI. You can use AI to get knowledge about climate change, general knowledge. Of course, in this case, we have IPCC report, comprehensive reports, and also IPCC synthesis reports for policymakers. AI knowledge, I have gone through some of the AI tools, but they're not much comprehensive than these IPCC reports. Not much comprehensive knowledge that AI can provide about the knowledge of climate change. Comprehensive knowledge is provided by IPCC reports. AI have the almost same, but you can go through this Google Bard and go chat GTP and how we can leverage technology. Yes, now you see how we leverage technology. This environment key. Now I am talking to the whole world because of this technology, and it is not much expensive to conduct these kind of things. So this is technology. So therefore you can use the same. Like now in this environment key also will keep networking with all these participants, and networking very easy to conduct with WhatsApp and like that. So we can have networking, and also we can communicate using this kind of media like this Google and also Zoom technology. Yes, this is a very powerful tools. These are very powerful tools, technology that these are innovative. You can use them very innovatively. We have to appreciate this group environment key for producing this kind of very important issue, taking into the advantages of AI. So therefore, youth, all of you, young people, think innovative and get the innovative ways to use these technologies available. Most of them are already free of charge. So therefore, this Zoom technology and this my social media, Facebook, then the WhatsApp, Twitter, all these technology can be used to have construct like this societies like environment key, and maybe some communities, some networking. So that is how I know you have, of course, innovative idea than me, because we had this technology very recently when we are going out of the jobs, and now I'm in the pensioning and this but you born with the technologies. So therefore your thinking is faster, and you have better innovative ideas how to use these technologies for climate change mitigation. If you could advise youth to, if you could advise the youth to do one thing apart from planting that is easy, practical and cost effective for fighting climate change, what would be that be? What is the question? If you could advise the youth to do one thing apart from planting that is easy, practical and cost effective for fighting climate change, that would that be? Yes, what I can say, start like this kind of networking, like this one, the environment key, join this, make active participation, and people will make aware. And also very easily you can organize this. Of course, you need to improve your knowledge about climate change and what you have already taken. And also this message you can take to the schools. You can get this message to the schools. In many countries now, in the school curricula contain climate change. But maybe this kind of comprehensive knowledge is not available. So therefore, you can help the school teachers by providing this knowledge, by providing this technology, and you can organize various kind of competitions like drawings or for photograph competitions related to climate change. Likewise, you can work with the school children, you can work with the university students, and also you can aware the people about this reduction of carbon footprint in daily behavioral changes. So these things can be done. Any internship job opportunity for those in Kenya who are geared to address issues of climate change? Any internship job opportunities for those in Kenya? Yes. Yes, ministry, climate change, Kenya ministry, you need to address, you need to contact the Ministry of Environment of the relevant country. Campaigns and awareness programs are not that much effective among public. Suggest a basic effective action to reduce plastic and protect ocean phytoplankton and other marine organisms by public. A basic effective action to reduce plastic and protect ocean phytoplankton and protect ocean phytoplankton and other marine organisms by public. Basic effective action to reduce. Okay. Basic effective action. Basic effective action is formulation of rules and regulations and adhere to the rules and regulations and taking actions in the courts, those who are breaking these rules. If these are not effective, as you say, what is that? Campaigns and awareness programs. If the campaigns are awareness not effective, you have to conduct effective campaigns and effective awareness programs. It should be effective. Then effectiveness, depending upon how do you conduct them. Most effective way is to prevent people from doing something is rules, regulations, and adhering to rules and regulations. If people do not adhere to the rules and regulations, acting on that one, taken to the courts. So we can organize in that way. If you are need an effective way, you can have a law firm, construct a law firm, environmental law, protecting the environment, environmental law. That is the way. That is the effective way. Thanks for the such impressive question from Naomi. Can we kindly get the response from Naomi question? Why Naomi question? Where is Naomi's question? I don't see the Naomi question. Naomi? Where is Naomi's question? Anyone who see the Naomi's question say why it is reference to Naomi. Yourself you can ask the same question. Because I can't find from Naomi. Where is the Naomi's question? Impressive question, where it is? Any internship job opportunity for those in Kenya who are here to address issues of climate change. In Kenya, I am not in an opinion about the Kenya, it is the ministry, in the Ministry of Environment, where climate change is managed in the country. So there are sources of funding. One thing we can do is to draft a proposal for climate change and get the money from Green Climate Fund from the Ministry of Environment, Kenya or anywhere. So contact the Ministry of Environment in particular country and ask how to write the proposals, and get that one. The public responses to afforestation campaigns are less due to many developing countries using trees as firewood and charcoal, in which other simple ways can we mitigate climate change without involving afforestation. The public response to afforestation campaigns are less due to many developing countries use trees as firewood. If you use more firewood and charcoal, then you have to go more forest. I am much not clear about this situation where the people uses firewood and charcoal and not effective for afforestation. Why it is not effective? Afforestation. It should be afforestation increased if we are using more firewood and more charcoal, more forest, more opportunity for using the firewood. But maybe some other issues. We have to grow this kind of questions maybe. I am working on cricket farming in my area. I am working on cricket farming in my area as climate adaptation and mitigation solution. Cricket farming. What is cricket farming? I don't understand. I want to scale up to all communities around to embrace it and make it alternative livelihood. I am looking partners and donors to support awareness and campaigns. Connect me to them. Yes, connect with Azoyan Bernardes to in that activity if you are all. I think the questions anyone can see and join team. If there is such opportunity for the internship conference, both online and virtual, volunteering, working on environmental conservation, creating awareness to different levels of people in indigenous communities, it is so great if we can here have a link on this. Yes, I think about these questions.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Am I audible?
yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for this lecture. Actually, I'm from India. I also made a assignment on in this issue that in India, in Joshore Road, West Bengal, the historical heritage trees along Joshore Road are now facing threat of being cut down by government, and we are protesting. There are 4,000 trees, heritage trees, and these ancient trees are safe haven of birds, snakes, and many things. So actually, what we are doing now, we campaign in all educational institutions, schools, college, universities. We also arranging cycle march, cultural programs, signature campaigning, public opinions. We make public opinions, and also we are conducting a comprehensive survey of the trees and their ecological significance, their health, including their role in biodiversity, their historical context, and we are presenting alternative planning proposals to the government, suggesting like roadmap modifications, diversion of heavy vehicles, and traffic control measures, etc. So actually, what I am telling that in this session, we are from different countries, Nigeria, Sri Lanka, Kenya, and many more. Can we organize a international solidarity network? I think in all country they are also facing same type of problem. We can share the what they are doing. The youth are doing what on protest, on their protest news, their articles. We can share also there, and we can make a international solidarity network, which can be a good thing. I think so. Can you say something about this?
Yes, of course. Thank you very much. That is what we need. That I think you have answered to many of the questions raised here. That how to effectively make the youth contribution to climate change action. Very good. There's a traditional protection of traditional trees and all those activities that you have mentioned. Very important. And also your suggestion that let us have a network. Yes, I think this environment key will continue this your all group, and maybe this is kind of an global youth action group, global youth force. We can organize this kind of campaigns and like that. Okay, anyone else? Someone is talking? Yeah, it is very important that SOUVIK, Souvik, your name, Indian, who talk already. Souvik, yes, very important. Let us do that. Let us get together as youth and maybe we can draft some documents. We can draft documents sending to UN, as well as we can draft documents sending to IPCC, like that. There are, of course, there are some issues where we can make a force to IPCC also. If we have such important issues, we can send them so that they can work globally on that issues, and also local issues like as mentioned in protecting the traditional types of trees, like that. Very important, very important. Yeah, we will do it. We have to do. Environment key, I think we'll respond to this one later. Consider climate financing as a solution to global climate change. Would you consider climate financing as a solution to global climate change? Yes, of course. Climate financing, because IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, and also this COP27, it's a major role of this COP27 Paris Agreement is to financing climate change. So these funds, this money come to the nations. All the countries, they are managing them under Green Climate Fund. Look at in your own country, Green Climate Fund is with your Ministry of Environment, or in some countries, Ministry of Climate Change. So they have these funds. So therefore you can join it. Climate funding is directly that someone can write proposals and get money from the Green Climate Fund, which is managed by the Ministry of Environment in any country. Consider climate change as a solution to, yes, it is solution. Financing is exactly because it is the polluter pay principle. There is a principle called polluter pay principle, PPP. Those who are polluting, they have to pay. If you are producing carbon dioxide, you have to pay for that one. So this money goes to planting trees and reducing the absorption of carbon dioxide. So this financing is a very good and essential measurement of essential measure of climate change mitigation. And also not only the mitigation, this is also related to the adaptation. If we are suffering from problems arise by the climate change, then these risks to be funded, to these damages and loss to be recovered by the climate change money. So that is also there in adaptation, recovery also to be included. It is about time the attendance here should be shared. Okay, yes, Denise. Someone made some comments, just SDG 6, SDG 1, what does it mean? I can't get. Okay, any questions?
About the SDGs, we were mentioning our favorite SDGs.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Ishak, son. No, son.
Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity, for the educating us. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your sacrifice. So, Environmental Key Global Organization. First of all, Ishaq Sunusi Abdullah is my name. I'm from Nigeria, course coordinator. Environmental Key Global Organization has organized a number of programs to address the environmental loving news community spread across the world. This course conducted on climate change is special among them. More than 500 members registered for this course. Was a reason for the success of this course. A number of programs were conducted in conjunction with World Environment Day through the United Nations Environment Program. This course is very important among the program held together with Environment Key Global Organization. This course is presented to you by Environmental Key Global in conjunction with 2024 Environment Day in conjunction with the United Nations Environment Program and Sustainable Development Goals. For that, Nalanda Academy of Nature Studies provide excellent support by providing expert knowledge. Environment Key Global Organization, which has been established in 40 countries in the world since 2022, was created based on the concept of Mr. Jasenka Sundin Jaya Surya. Environmental Key Global Organization is playing a major role in the world with the main objectives of equipping the global youth community with environmental knowledge and empowering rural people to control and the effect of climate and environmental impact. Environmental Key Global Organization, run by young leadership of Mr. Sundin Jaya Surya, has become one of the most famous environmental key organizations in the world today. This organization, which follows the objectives of United Nations Environment Program, has organized a number of programs in the future. We were dealing with World for a Greater Future, currently separated in 40 countries of the world. Environment Key Global Organization prioritize climate change and environmental impact control. Moving along sustainable development and objectives, we prioritize poverty, environmental destruction, and climate change and climate action. The support given by the preacher to make this course success is excellent. Arrangement has been made to hold the next phase of this certificate course conducted by Environment Key Global in association with Nalanda Academy of Nature Studies in the next few months. Dr. Jayasundara, who has been working as a climate change expert for about 40 years, has done an excellent job. Since our gratitude goes to Environment Global Key as well as United Nations Environment Program. Keep in touch with Environment Global Key. In near future, you will be able to join a number of special projects. Use the knowledge gained from this course for the future. Stay connected with WhatsApp groups. I also respectively inform you that become a member of Environment Key Global Organization. Again, our respective thanks to Dr. Jayasundara, who presented a valuable speech today, for your great commitment. We wish you long life and equip to the society with the knowledge by delivering such a valuable speech on behalf of the United Nations Environment Program and Environment Key Global. Let's come together and protect the environment. Let's make the environment future beautiful. That is all for now. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you to all everyone. Now I think for today's hour, I think we hope we hope you will participate until the end of this. Yeah, we hope that all of you participate will until the end of this. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much all those who participated, those who commented, those who commented well, good. So this is the end of our program. I think we will continue this.
Please, from the members, anyone who has comment from the members.
Yeah, members' comments.
Members. Ahmad, can you hear me now? Where are you?
Yes, yes.
Anyone. So I think there is no comment. There is no other comments for now.
So let us wind up then.
Okay.
Okay. Jaisak Sadun, we will end up. Good night, good evening, everyone.
Hello. Hello, is this Hello, can I make a comment? Hello, is the session still on? Can I make a comment?
The session is over. Yeah? Anano sukari. Nataka chai.
Hello, everyone. We continue with our discussion. So if you have any question, please direct it to our lecturer.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
Hi.
Hello, can I speak? Can I go ahead?
Yes, Onesimus.
Yes.
Okay, as you said, I'm Onesimus from Kenya, and I had this question. I somehow asked it in the last session, the last class, but again, I'm rephrasing it in a different way. The United Nations, through different departments like the UNICEF and other bodies, it is coming up with these meetings and sessions where they educate the youth about climate change, and many other things. But you find that at the end of the day, the youth who attend these sessions are not youth who are directly from the community. They are mostly maybe youth who do other jobs and they have no information about what is happening in the villages, in the communities, and even in the town centers. They are not directly involved. Do we have a way that these sessions, through such like a platform like this one, uh, most of us, like most of the youth involved here, like the members who have attended this session, can attend those sessions, the United Nations sessions, to give out their grievances? Because I've seen many people have given a lot of assignments and proposals about climate change, what they are doing and what they are aspiring to do. My point is, you need to partner with this United Nations organization so that, like a session like this one, you can submit maybe names or these proposals so that we can be involved directly. That is my question. Thank you.
You have posted this to continue with this the proposals, submitting this proposal to UN, and also you mentioned that the work in the rural areas, the remote areas. So it is national action, I think, if I understood properly. Then I think our organizers from this Environment Key Global will look into the ideas that you have presented. Thank you.
So, Vic, you've raised your hand. The floor is yours. You can direct your question to the lecturer. So, Vic, hello. I hope you can hear us. Anyone else with a question? Anyone else with a comment? It's our time to give our comments regarding the lecture.
SLN Environment, raise hand. You can ask the question. SLN Environment. Seems that questions are over.
Since the questions are over, so it's time to end our lecture. So, Vic, hello. So, Vic, if you have anything to say, please do so. We're about to end the lecture. So, Vic, hello. It seems he's not here with us. So, please let's drop our favorite emojis to thank our lecturer. Please, the 54 who are present, let's drop our favorite emojis to thank our lecturer. Dr. Jayasundara, we offer our respectful thanks for the speech, for the valuable speech today, for your great commitment. We pray that you'll have a long life to equip the society with knowledge by delivering such a valuable speech on behalf of the United Nations Environment Program and Environment Key Global. Thank you so much, sir. May you be blessed. All the favorite emojis are dropping for you. Thank you very, very much. It's been a nice time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I see that we haven't yet been given the attendance list. So in the group, I'll send it in the group, and the lecture is over. Continue dropping the favorite emojis as we end the lecture. Thank you very much. Bye, guys. You can unmute and say bye.
Bye bye.
Unmute, say
Thank
bye.
you.
Unmute.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Good.
Bye bye.
See you another time, guys.
Thank you
I'll
so much.
send the link in the group so that you can.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Bye.
Okay. See you. All welcome and see you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. We can leave the call now, guys. I'll send the link in the group, in the WhatsApp group.
Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye. About the certificates, we'll communicate.